Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Friday stream. If you don't already know who I am, my name is Estanie. My pronouns are she, her. I am a variety streamer and an artist and a voice actress. And today we're checking out a whole bunch of demos that are part of Steam's Next Fest. Hey, Anarch Dovey. Hello, FGC. Hello, Lost and Potomsium. Drummer, thank you again so much for the 46 months and for that Prime sub. Very much appreciate that. I think I caught you all in chat. So yeah, we're going to be checking out a bunch of demos. I don't know how many we'll get through. Obviously, I've put this command in chat, and it is also in our stream title, but we have a demos command. I think that's the order in which I'm planning on checking out the demos, and we may not play the full demo of each game depending on how long it's taking, and if I already feel like I've got the gist of it and I'm like good with it, we might just stop early just so we can get some more demos in. But I got links to the Steam pages as well, so if you like what you see, go ahead to the Steam page and wishlist. All right, without further ado, we are going to start with Book of Hours. This is the only one of these games that I am playing today that I actually have on my wish list. It was on my wish list before the demo came out. Hey, Allie! Books are the memory which does not die, inscribed in 5 languages over the gate of a hush house. Book of Hours is not a punishing game, unless you want it to be. Or something to that effect. Out of all the demos listed, I've played the I Am Future one, and it was pretty good. Nice. Pop into the settings. I'm gonna put it into full screen mode. Yes, that is part of why it's on my wish list. I have played so much Cultist Simulator. I love Cultist Simulator. And there's a big reason why I didn't stream it. I selfishly hoarded that feeling of figuring things out and discovery for myself. I didn't want to be spoiled. I was terrified of being spoiled. I didn't want to be helped. I was terrified of being helped. Hello, Sock. So I made that decision when I got Cultist Simulator that I was only going to play it off stream by myself, just so I could bash my head against the wall as long as it took to realize how to pick apart the puzzle of Cultist Simulator. And I might be in the same boat if I play Book of Hours, because I think it's a very similar experience. There has been no librarian at Hush House since the fire. 7 years now. Suitable candidates are very difficult to find, but perhaps we have found one in you. Take care on your journey. The seas around Bran Krug are treacherous. Oh, you thought it was Book of Horus. Oh, no, Book of Hours. A game with simulator in its name, actually made by someone other than Playway. Preposterous. It's a very good game. If you like card games and Eldritch Mythos and mystery / puzzles, or like riddles almost, it's an excellent experience. Does the name Book of Hours refer to the actual Book of Hours or just a cool name for a game? I would say it probably does relate to the actual Book of Hours, but I don't know for sure. St. Brandon's Cove. The fishermen of Brancrung village beach their boats here each night. The sea does not regret the tide. And after the tide withdraws, something always remains, which we call memory. It's true of storms, too. You lost me at card games? It's a very unique card game. I might have to showcase it on stream at some point, because I love it. And, well, you know what? This is going to be a fairly similar experience as well. This is also a card game. Thunder growling, waves pounding, and finally me. Sprawled on the sodden sand of the beach. There's something in my hand. So we have health. We have a memory of a storm. There are storms great enough to shake the moon from the sky, and one's thoughts from one's skull. And then we also have a drowned book. The one possession I kept from the shipwreck. It must be important to me. So we're going to collect all these things. Book of Hours is just a book that has hours of prayer and seasons. Well, I know that seasons and prayers and rituals and stuff is very much a thing in Cultist Simulator. It could also be referring to, like, maybe a more sinister interpretation of that. So we've got memories as cards. We have elements of the soul as cards. We can drag these up and down. Skills of which we have none, and sundries of which we have none. So we've also got a tree of wisdoms. Scholars and adepts recognize 9 wisdoms, though they disagree where one wisdom ends and another begins. Something for me to think about. Use the cursor keys to traverse the tree. Oh my goodness, look at this tree! It's so cool! Rescue journal. Oh, so let's see. It needs to have journal, but it cannot have uncatalogued. Interesting. And this is just readable. This is probably our journal, but it's currently soaked, so we probably cannot use it at the moment. Okay, head back to the world. Remember, what do I have left to work with? Something drowned. I'm soaked, I'm freezing, but as far as I can tell, I'm still alive. You still have some health, don't lose it. You need it if you want to be alive. What else do you have? I have a drowned book. Perhaps this book can help me put together the pieces. So maybe a memory. There was a storm. It smashed the ship like an egg, but I seized this book as the sea seized me. Then the sea brought me here to Brancrug. There was a we already did that. To Brancrug. And Brancrug is where I wanted to be, but it's hard to remember why. What else did I lose in the storm? Fet. That part of us which dreams. Core. Exuberance, instinct, rhythm. Shut. Eloquence and understanding. The door opens both ways. Ooh, okay. I'm already getting... I don't want to say flashbacks, but I'm getting reminded of... Hey, Rave! Thanks, Anon, for the gift. Well, thanks, Anon, for the 11 months, or however many months that Anon gave you. So if there are different... Dezo, thank you so much for the 53 months. Hello, Dezo. There are different, what do you call them? Lore types, I guess, or like... Categories isn't quite the right word. But when you play Cultist Simulator, one of the big mechanics is learning lore of different, like, guiding principles. So you might learn about the Forge, or you might learn about the Lantern. Lost! Thank you so much for gifting out those 10 subs to the community. They went to Mundaruckus, Platt, Jen on Mars, Adam Combat, Pardon Silver, Humphrey, Crizzle, Anarch Dovey, Ollydag, and... I don't know how to pronounce that name. L-A-0. We'll go with that. Lost!
It's a Azane spin.
Thank you for the 49 months! It's an Estani, it is. What a way to start your time off. I appreciate it. Thank you all so much. We're already at a level 4 hype train. So, for example, in Cultist Simulator, you might learn about the Forge mythos, or you might learn about Moth, etc., etc. And each one has, like, principles that kind of surround it. One of them, and one of my favorite ones, is Knock, because it is the lore of opening, and it's the lore of wounds, and basically any opening in Knock lore can be a portal, which is terrifying because it's like, hey, if you cut a hole in your body, that can be an eldritch portal. Sock, thank you so much for the 300 bits. All aboard the hype train. All right. While I'm talking about eldritch lore, I will do a stretch and I'll check my posture and I'll drink some water. So anyway, yeah, I know it's horrifying, but it's also very cool. I love Choo Choo Badge. I also love Choo Choo Badge. Think of the Nisa in Hilda, though? I'm not familiar with that. Oh, wait, no, I've watched Hilda. I don't think I'm familiar with the Nisa, though. But anyway, when we learned shopped here, eloquence and understanding, so clearly it's talking about speech. But then it says the door opens both ways, which suggests that this is going to be related to Knock, which suggests that your mouth is also a portal to the Eldritch. So, we are going to put our book here, and we are going to keep shopped. The human soul has 9 parts. Eloquence and understanding rise from that part of the soul we call shopped. Is my shopped strong? Recover this, the other 2 will be lost to the sea. For now. Only they usually come out of cracks in the walls and live in nowhere space. Oh, I know who those are. I remember them. This is the coast where Brandkrug Isle lies. My sources briefed me thoroughly about the place, and I know there is no way I can cross to the isle in these seas. I'll need to find shelter for the night. So we get our book, we get a shopped, and then we have Arab, pride, compassion, hatred, and fear. Faust, sight, perception, inspiration, all the glorious gifts. This is Lantern for sure. I don't know what this one is yet. Whist, name, memory, that part which remains. Most librarians know that books have souls. Most librarians hope for books with simple souls of whist and nothing else. Whist sounds like this is going to be winter. And then metal, the capacity for meaningful choice is probably forge. So what would era be? Pride, compassion, hatred, and fear. Possibly grail? Regardless, I think I'm very intrigued by whist. Oh, I got an emote. It's an angry owl. I've done nothing today and my eyesight's going. I guess I gotta do stuff during the day to see in the evening. Maybe? Whist is the soul's memory, the true name scratched on its cornerstone, what remains after the rest has passed. Choose a strong whist and a past where you sought voices that had fallen silent. The waves will wash away the others, for now. There are still things I don't remember, but I do remember there's someone in that village who will give me sanctuary, if I can get there. Mysteries have been added to your journal. You can begin to investigate them when you and your journal are both dry. An old friend's address. Mr. Kill is the coffin maker of Brankrug village. I once wrote kindly of his poetry. His home is always open to me, though he's asked me never to mention poetry in front of Mrs. Kill. I can find shelter for it tonight under their roof once I've reached Brankrug village. An introduction, and it also has the aspect of winter. Brankrug village must be nearby, but it's hard going dragging my soaked body across the soaked sand in the teeth of this wind. Which way? Memory, fear. The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear, and the oldest and strongest kind of fear is fear of the unknown. Can I do anything with this fear? Okay, so we need to put an element of the soul in there. It can either have knock, heart, or what's this? Rose. Rose is new. I believe the only thing we have shopped, which is 2 knock lore and 1 forge lore, or aspect, I should say. The knock permits no seal and no isolation. It thrusts us gleefully out of the safety of ignorance. The knock is the principle that opens doors and unseams barriers. Fire, I once read, is the winter that warms and the spring that consumes. The principles of the forge transforms and destroys. Winter is the principle of silence, of endings, and of those things that are not quite dead. Life is a pure flame, and we live by an invisible sun within us. Lantern is the principle of the secret place, sometimes called the House of the Sun, and the light above it. Hello, what is this game? Hello, Kilo. We are currently checking out Book of Hours. It has a demo on Steam as part of the Steam Next Fest. If you are familiar with the game Cultist Simulator, this is by the same team and clearly has a lot of the same lore and similar mechanics. I'm already very intrigued, but I played a lot of Cultist Simulator. Actually, hold on. How much have I played of Cultist Simulator? Let's find out. Cultist Simulator. I have played 353.8 hours of it. Seems nice and chill. It's fairly chill. Nice probably depends on what you find nice, because there's a lot of eldritch horror in this game. It's a large number of hours. I like the game. So we have knock aspect. So we can use our voice, or shout, to cry for help. Perhaps there's someone out there even in this weather. I can fill my lungs and bellow for help. That would also mean I don't need to crawl any further. At last I see the light of a hurricane lamp bobbing in the dark. As it approaches, a face glimmers above the lamp. Ooh, fisherman's assistance. A fisherman from the Brankrug village. He can guide me up the cliff path if he trusts me. The current aspect is reluctant. Will provide help, but only essential help. Aspect of the sky. That's also new. Wind, storm, echo, song, the intricacies of mathematics, and the principles of flight. Law's touch is lighter than we sometimes think. Matters of balance, harmony, and necessity. Assistance. The librarian lives alone, but there's no shame in seeking assistance from others. It can open new rooms or help with crafting. It disappears when used or at dawn. Skeptical. Trust can be bought or earned. Moon. This is also new. Secrets are soft. Night is softer still. The sea speaks. It is not always wise to listen, the nocturnal, the forgotten. Come no closer. What's thy business? We want to go here, I suppose. Be someone that'll speak free? Of course. Since 1930 and the Restoration, the locals have grown ever more suspicious of foreigners. There is someone in Brankrug I know. I'll take you by the cliffs then. This gentleman is no longer skeptical. Which means that they'll provide me some assistance. So... oh, I'm freezing now. I'm very cold. It's not even cold anymore. I could just lie down right here. I could sleep right here. Yeah, we should probably go. Yeah, we'll have the fisherman guide us to Brankrug Village. Brankrug Village, sanctuary in the storm. I'll need help to climb the cliffs in the dark. And the locals are suspicious of outsiders. More than ever so since the Restoration and the new king. Okay, so looking for Mr. Kill. This quiet Cornish fishing village has lain long in the Isle's shadow. It might be as old as Hush House itself. And like Hush House, Brankrug Village has provided sanctuary over the years for its share of misfits and exiles. The smithy. Denzel Smith has more work than he needs, and he rarely opens his door to strangers. So we need an introduction or a mutual acquaintance marked in Edge, Forge, or Grail. Someone in a similar trade, or someone who can appeal to a secret passion for saffron cake. Yeah, I'm free. We have the Sweet Bones. After the Restoration of 1930, the new king's agents came looking for his enemies in these parts. And they weren't gentle about it. Since those days, the locals are suspicious of foreigners. No one in the Sweet Bones will talk to me. Diplomacy or bribery? So if our shop was not fatigued, we could possibly use it here. We don't have any core or metal to use at the moment. We have no money. And we have no assistance. So we'll leave that alone. We've got the post office. The postmistress may have something for me once I know what to ask for. Oh, we need our journal and it cannot be soaked. Okay, interesting. We have the rectory. Reverend Timothy is a hospitable soul, but Terence, his housekeeper, guards her employer fiercely. She doesn't want his innocent theological enthusiasm getting him in trouble with the new king's men in an introduction or a mutual acquaintance marked with lantern, knock, or sky. Perhaps someone who shares his interest in theology or poetry. So I think if this had been marked with lantern, knock, or sky, we could have possibly used this here. But we don't have anything like that. Ooh, Mr. and Mrs. Kill. Mrs. Kill, the midwife, is tall and gloomy. Mr. Kill, the undertaker, is slight and wry. In these troubled times, both are wary of strangers. So. Come in! Unless he wants fitted for the box. So it needs winter and soaked, which means we have to use our health. Mr. Kill constructed the bed himself. I rather fear with the same tools he uses to shape coffins. It is not a comfortable bed, but it's dry, clean, and warm. I sit up talking with Mr. and Mrs. K. As the wind rattles the shutters and the fire shrugs its way emberward. I'm very hungry, and Mrs. K's galettes are impossibly good. Mr. K pretends to grumble about foreign cooking. No one is convinced. So what can I put in here? An aspect of the self. I can use my whist then. Mr. Kill always enjoys a chance to catch up with me. If you don't choose a topic, Mr. Kill will offer help as a friend. Let's pause this here. So I think we can get them to help dry out our journal, maybe? Yes, dry out a book. Mrs. Kill, gloomy as always, kind as ever, lights the kitchen fire and helps me dry the book, while Mr. Kill saws away in the next room. Birth always leaves marks, she opines, as she carefully tucks fragments of muslin between the damp pages. Are those counters because the actions take time? These counters? I will go over them in detail in just a minute. So we have a scarred book. I think it's scarred because it has the aspect of knock in it. My favorite aspects. Also, Mystery Winter. Goat skin, antelope, some scarred leather that catches at my memory. I should know. We've also fatigued our whist. For 10 years she has drawn the villagers into the world, and he has shaped cradles for their departure. But she can also whittle, and he can also paint. So here we have the season. The world warms. Let's actually unpause it so we can see. Yeah, this one's going quite slow. I think the season will change in about 28 minutes. I don't think we'll be playing this that long. And then this is in seconds. So the day is passing and the seasons are also turning. Wait a little while. Fatigued abilities always recover at dawn unless you find a faster means of recovery. Well, let's take a look at our book. My journal? The storm so scattered my thoughts. So the original Cultist Simulator was always on a clock, and it was always like a sort of like a countdown clock. You were always struggling to maintain your resources, which is one of the more fascinating parts about the game, is that you constantly have to pay money to live. You constantly have to battle with sickness and depression and fascination as you're diving into these eldritch mysteries and trying to make sure that no one thing gets out of balance, that no one thing consumes you, as you are trying to peel apart the mystery, these cosmic mysteries. It's a big reason why I love Cultist Simulator. It's so interesting. We have more shopped. We have a second shopped. Let's go. My journal, I'm sure of it. The storm scattered my thoughts, but each page I turn is familiar. I begin to recall now why I came here, to understand my curse and redeem myself. More about your origin, your aspirations are in your journal. I'm intrigued. Hey Mookie and hey Vulpes, welcome on in. I love a good cosmic mystery. Books are the memory that does not die. Add aspects to match the book's mystery. If a book has more than one mystery, you might need to decide which interpretation you favor. So right now, our only mystery is winter. I don't believe we have any aspects of winter at the moment. Oh, wait. No, that's not a mystery. Okay. The gentleman makes things his servant. The petty man is servant to things. Okay, I don't think we can do anything with that until our whist comes back. But we can use our journal in the post office. How goes the hours? I'm enjoying it so far. The postmistress regards me with the chilly gaze of a goddess image in an ancient in an ancient hill shrine. The librarian, says she. Yes, I have something for you. Wait here, please. The postmistress returns with an envelope addressed to the librarian Hush House, Braincrook Isle, postmarked in Wales a week ago. So we get a Sanskar journal now. I am the librarian of Hush House, and this journal will record what arose from my crime and my curse. The archaeologist came to Hush House to master scolicosophy, so they can atone for their crime, one way or another. But you can complete the game by mastering any wisdom. I'm intrigued. We've got a welcome letter. The trust congratulates me on my appointment as librarian of Hush House. The trust assures me that it will provide the promised stipends and funds for the maintenance of the library, but reminds me that its resources are limited and suggests I seek local assistance in restoring the premises. Let us know when you're all set up and ready to receive visitors, it concludes. It's signed simply the trustees. And then we also have a 10-shilling note, half a pound, but not half a note. A recent innovation. Well then. Is this a sort of sequel to Cultist Simulator? It's definitely, it's by the same team, and it's clearly in the same universe. So, in a way. So we have shopped. Can we use that to unlock the sweet bones? A silver tongue. A tough audience. I've charmed tougher. Eventually the other patrons unbend enough to let me buy them a pint and let me listen to them complain about the weather. We'll find a warmer welcome here next time. Oh, peace after trouble, memory of solace. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't believe there's anything I can do with these memories at the moment because they don't have anything to do with my mystery. But I think we can put our book here now. The roots of memory are always choices, and so there are always regrets, plus tryst. I mean, there's literally no other place to put it, so let's assign it. We gain tryst. The change and the longing, one of the 9 parts of the human soul, which gives us moth and moon. Interesting. Okay. Ushery. Preservation. Bosk. Okay, we're gonna read all of these. Exploring the tree. Every skill could belong to one of 2 wisdoms. Decide which by assigning it here. This will grow your understanding of the wisdom and reward you with an element of the soul card. Illumination illuminates, purify the self and its surroundings. Eventually, they often cease to see any difference between the 2. Hushery. The great art of hushery understands the beauty of silence and of its sundering. Nyctodromy. Traveling at night is neither faster nor safer. That's why we do it. Knowledge of the ways and byways of the transmundane. Wow! And Dirk! Thank you so much for the 59 months. Very much appreciated. How you doing? I'm just reading about a bunch of weird lore and I'm here for it. I love weird lore. Skolakosophy, the study of things that should not be studied. Some call this a wisdom. Interesting. The Bosk, the wisdom of the primeval wood, rarely written, often felt. Preservation, healing and restoration, an unglamorous wisdom, at least to those who never wonder how the world still exists. Birdsong, music's riddles, miscellanea, less a wisdom, more a body of gossip hallowed by accretion. A sniffly scholar once remarked. Ooh. Horomachristi. Or Christry. Horomachistry. There we go. Horomachistry. The wisdom is concerned with the laws and disagreements of the hours and their emanations. Ithistry. Alchemy, metallurgy, pyrotechnics. Ithistry is sometimes called the art that alters. So this is definitely the one that's like founded in Forge. So this one's Forge. This one is Sky. This one might be Rose. This seems like this is gonna be Heart. Not sure what this one is yet. Governed by. This one feels like it's Moth. This one is Winter for sure. And then this is Lantern. But it also seems like it might have a little bit of edge to it. All conquest occurs at the edge. One who dwells there is blind and cannot be wounded. Another is strong and grows stronger. Edge is the principle of battle and of struggle. Good, thanks. How are you doing, Estanie? I'm doing pretty good. I got to have some pizza. I'm on vacation. I'm playing cool games. Can't complain. Anyway, I don't believe we can do anything else here. So let's head back here. We'll unpause. And I don't know if there's any... What can I do here now that this has been unlocked? I can put in any element of the soul, or I can put in money. What does Triss do? Hold on. Its history is notable, its beer is not. Guests looking for discreet employment or for discreet assistance congregate in the snug. So we could tell fortunes with our tryst. We could do some manual labor with our health. Or we could do some odd jobs. May as well do some random work while we wait for Dawn to get here. Finally got a sit/standing desk after wanting one for ages. And we're sitting like a pleb for me. Pizza, vacation, and cool games sounds glorious. Yes, I'm here for it. It's almost done. We got a 6-pence. All right. So I wanted to study my book with my whist. I began to understand you've provided enough winter to match mystery winter. Let's go. I also probably need a new chair. Mine broke some time ago and I'm actually using an Allen wrench to hold it together. Because one of the screws snapped, so I'm just jabbing an Allen wrench in through one of the holes where the screw's supposed to go. And you know what? It's doing the job. Not well, but enough. Hey, Ori! Sounds stable. It's fine. I just don't lean back much, and it's fine. I've mastered a mystery of this book and gathered the lessons it concealed. Lesson Ragged Crossroad. Its edge or winter. Use this card with consider or at a desk. Alright, let's consider it. A new skill to understand why 4 paths were not taken. Another leaf on the tree of wisdoms, the ragged crossroads. So, ooh, it's got scolicosophy or illumination. I can put it on either path. It's got 2 aspects of edge and 1 aspect of winter. Reflect, appreciate, catalog. So I can use edge or winter in here. Perhaps to amplify this skill. But before we do that, let's head to our wisdoms. So, should we put it in the study of things that should not be studied, or in the illumination that purifies the self and its surrounding? I feel like we should study the things that should not be studied. Hey Marcelo, welcome on in. This game is not cute, just so we're aware. This game is an eldritch mystery. I'm gonna assign it here. That gives us more shopped. I don't need more shopped, but okay. Okay, exploring the tree. Every skill could belong to one of two wisdoms. Decide by assigning it here. What is this? Skill. Okay. So this is currently a level 1 skill. Oh, it also cannot have the committed aspect. And this has been committed. So we need to find, if we want to continue down this tree, we need to find a new skill that is level 2 and has the Skolakosophy aspect. Hey, Melanoret! Forbidden knowledge is always my go-to and it's an option. Yeah, me too. How's it going, Ori? I hope you're doing well. Let's see. So now what's on our book? So it has Mastery of Winter. Is that it? It also has a Mystery of Winter still. Can we... I don't think we have enough. We can use it. It'll just recall a memory, probably. How are you? I just ate some pizza about an hour ago, which was very nice. I am on vacation, which is also very nice. I go to sleep now, brain tired. Get some good sleep then, Vikian. Hey, Golden. All right, let's hydrate. We got Hindsight, which is a winter memory. Okay, I have a thought. Bunny Fiend! No context, some button mashing. Bunny Fiend, thank you so much for the 35 months. Can we further details on the pizza and the chicken? R/were they delicious? Olzen, thanks to Bunny Fiend for my gift sub. I still can't believe someone gifted a whole year. That is very generous. Thank you, Olzen. And thank you, Bunny Fiend, for the 7 months. I tried something different when I got pizza. I got, Philly cheesesteak with mushroom and onion and a garlic Parmesan sauce. It's pretty good. Okay, before I do that, I have a thought. Consider the book. Let's try and get a winter skill. That's pretty good. What kind of chicken you got, Ori? Was it... I don't remember what you said. Was it fried chicken? Oh, fried chicken's always good. Okay, so now if we use this memory, and this lesson... 2. So now it has 2 aspect of winter. It's technically a level 2 skill, and it has 3 aspect of edge. Ordered some boba for the first time in a while. I've never had boba. It sounds good though. Bonnie Fiend! Thank you so much for gifting that 1-year sub to Ori. Ori, enjoy a year of emotes and ad-free viewing. I didn't get a memory. Try again. I think Rave is referring to a Bunny Fiend! Thank you so much for gifting that 1-year sub to Mookian as well. What the heck? That is entirely too kind of you. Yes, 12 months. Doesn't seem that much more. Why are people so nice to me? Some people are very nice. And I very much appreciate you all. I am glad that you're having a good lie down, Sock. Don't think there's any more I can do here. So let's see. Hugh Carbet Bridge. Every sod bridges to the Isle. Each bridge lasts 100 years or 200. Then the sea disposes of it. This, built in the 1890s, is the newest bridge, but that doesn't mean it's new. So I need someone with the aspect of forge, lantern, or sky, and the aspect of assistance. Okay. Crowcross Sands, Brenkrug, is a tidal island. At low tide, you could walk there, though you probably shouldn't. Assistance, and then we need aspect of moon or winter. Okay. Well, let's get Mr. Kill. Hey, Mr. Popo, how's it going? We're gonna pause here because this disappears at dawn and dawn's coming. A tamer of trees, a worker of woods, a consigner of cadavers. He has also been known to try his hand very diffidently at poetry. Make use of a coffin maker's help before dawn. We could have him guide us across the sands. Okay. What is here? That's still the bridge. Oh. There does not seem to be anything here. Long ago this was a forest, now it is the place where the sea ends and the world begins, or the other way around. Comb the beach after a storm and you might find driftwood that once rooted here. Okay. Well. Forge? I'm assuming I can't just talk. No, I didn't think so. Okay. What? Did I not collect you? Collect. So we need forge, lantern, or sky. Don't have any of those things. Ooh. Exalt! Mr. Kill Ryan Spry doesn't mind stopping for a gossip. Add an element of the soul to enhance Mr. Kill's effectiveness for the day, or just talk. Gives him knock and forge. Moth, moon, and nectar. Heart scale. What is scale? The green wealth in the world's veins, the pulse of the seasons. Long ago some called this principle blood. Interesting. Let's use our shot. Just got home from work and I need some relaxing time. I'm full of rage because of my friend. I'm sorry to hear that. He's calling on me on working hours and he was drunk. Oh no, that sounds very frustrating. But yeah, we're mostly just chilling today. Alright, so now he's got aspect of the forge, which I can use to help repair the bridge. Hush House was empty for 7 years. Those 7 years have rendered the bridge perilous. Keeper's Lodge. A cottage where Hush House's groundskeeper lived until the fire. If I can get into the place and make it habitable, I can use it as a base for reclaiming more of the house. So we still need assistance. We're gonna have to do the same thing again. So we're probably gonna have to wait until tomorrow. Because we either need aspects of Grail or Winter. And we only have one aspect of Winter, and I don't think we have any aspects of Grail. We do not. What about you? I still need an introduction. Transfer the safety deposit today. I'll get our keys on Tuesday or Wednesday. Nice! Alright, whist again. Alrighty, have a good lurk, Mr. Popo. Alright. Let's exalt him again. And then I should be able to use you to reclaim the Keeper's Lodge. Ooh. Ooh, we got books! Traveling at Night. The annotated dream journals of Christopher Illipoli, sometimes called the only readable occultist. Literate, entertaining, bewildering. Ooh. So we have... This one has the mystery of Knock. This one has a mystery of Sky. And I don't believe we have any Sky skills at the moment. Though, of course, we do have Knock, so we could read the first one. I've mastered the mystery in this book and gathered the lessons it concealed. Edicts Liminal. Ooh, so this is either a knock mystery or a moth mystery. Ooh, okay. Hey, Say, welcome on in. Let's go ahead and consider this and get a new skill. And then I think we need to elevate this. Can we now put it here? We can! But it says it's not yet available. Is it not in this demo, maybe? Where's Steamy Vampires? It's not Valentine's Day yet. They're on Tuesday. So yeah, I can't assign that yet. Even though it looks like it meets the requirements. Let's double check here. So it needs to have skill level 2. It needs to have Skolakosophy. And it needs to not have committed. So technically, this has all of those things. But it's not letting me assign it. So I'm wondering if by saying this is something that's not yet available, it means I'm locked out of it in the demo. And then this book, I don't believe we have any aspects of the soul, which will let us read this second book, unfortunately. Ooh. Cranial tchotchke. We all of us come to this condition in the end, but not all of us are fortunate enough to be lovingly buffed and fixed carefully to a stylish wooden stand. Snoodle jar, useful for calcination, purification, alteration, invaluable for snoodlery. Snoodlery. Ooh, fractured mirror. Ooh, because it's got cracks, it's got aspect of knock. Ah, I love this lore. Your face in this glass looks scarred, older, harsher. A certain door in dreams, it is said, opens only when one sleeps before a newly cracked. But this mirror was cracked long ago, and any door that opened for it is long forgotten. Anything else in here? Oh, we got a bed. If I had some sort of refreshment, a beverage, I could maybe sleep. Oh, no, I can just recover it anyway if I want to. Let's recover our whist. Oh. Oh, well, it's too late to bother them. Fine. Hiya, St. Guard and Kelsey, thanks so much for the 37 months. Hill's taking good job, Sock. Updating my final wishes, I want my skull to be buffed and mounted on a stylish wooden stand. Wouldn't we all? Unofficial Saint Guard raid. Saint Guard, what were you up to? This is my first one. I'm almost done with it, though, I'm pretty sure. Unfortunately, we don't have the correct aspects of the soul to read the next book. you were also playing some Next Fest demos. Nice. Played 5 of them. I have a lot on my list. So if I want to end the demo, we can use some assistance to open that. I don't think there's much point in unlocking the smithy at the moment. Or the rectory. However, we could use the coffin maker's assistance to open up both of those places. I think we've explored all we're going to be able to explore. We've committed 1 skill into our tree of wisdom. We are not able to commit a second one, I assume, again, because it's the demo, that we can't assign a second skill to the tree. Oh, you can even see... Okay, so this is like the space between Nock and Moth. There has some grail to it. You can see how winter connects. I'm assuming this is Edge. I really like this. There's a lantern here. This is Forge. Yeah, Edge is here. Suppression Bureau. There's Heart. Then Grail. Yeah, that's winter. That's so cool. Not too much to do in this demo, unfortunately. I unlocked everything I could, which was interesting. 19 so far. That's so many. Also, thank you for giving Singard a shout out. Y'all should go check out Singard. I've actually played this a couple of times because you can go through and get different skills. So instead of going shopped and whist, we could have maybe gone like metal or core, and then one of the other aspects here. And that gives you different options for like where you go first. Like I played a character who had to stay at the rectory because I couldn't make friends with these guys yet. I'm very intrigued by the mystery of this, is what I'll say. Like to the point where I signed up to be a beta tester if they'll have me. Check the trailer for Repo Man. Sorry this is so loud, by the way. 3 blossoms hath the watchman's tree, paper, ink, and flame. But yeah, I decided to sign up to see if I could be a beta tester. It's already on my wish list. I'm very intrigued by Book of Hours. But yeah, if this seems like your thing, check it out. But I like the whole aspects of the soul and then figuring out like what to do with what you're capable of. It's such an interesting puzzle. I'm very into it.